My 7-year-old loves frozen fish sticks. I like to make meals that we can all enjoy, and frozen fish sticks is not one of them. So instead, I bake up some fish and chips. It's easy, it's tasty, it's adult friendly, and it doesn't stink up my kitchen. So you want to have skinny potatoes for maximum surface area. And then I like to leave the skin on because I like that extra flavor, and it also makes it a little more crisp. And then add lots of oil here. And nicely seasoned with salt and pepper. Get your baking pan nice and hot before you put the potatoes in, because as soon as they make contact with that hot pan, they're gonna start sizzling and browning immediately, and it's gonna get them extra crunchy. And then I'm gonna put them in the oven. So I have some breadcrumbs here that I'm gonna use to coat the fish, and I mixed in some garlic, some thyme, some black pepper, just to give it extra seasoning. The breadcrumbs won't take on enough color, and they won't get that really toasty flavor unless I do it on the stove. And it just takes a couple of minutes. So I've got my breadcrumbs, and then just to give it a little extra flavor, I am going to add some mustard to the egg mixture. Mustard just adds tartness, sharpness. So when you're making fish and chips, you always want to look for a mild white flaky fish that's a little bit thick. And in this case I have cod, but try to find something sustainable for your area. And then you want to coat it. So you use one hand for the dry ingredients. So this is going to be my dry hand. I plop this into the wet. And then I have my other hand, which deals with the wet ingredients. So the reason that I'm putting the fish on a rack on top of a baking sheet instead of directly on the baking sheet is that they're going to be more crisp that way. Otherwise, the bottom side is going to be soggy. You can buy tartar sauce to serve the fish and chips with, but I would say it's worth investing an extra 5 minutes in making your own. You can even use jarred mayo, but by adding fresh capers and fresh herbs and freshly grated lemon zest, you're gonna have so much more complexity and flavor. You definitely wanna make the homemade tartar sauce if you're serving this to adults, but if you're serving this to kids, ketchup is allowed.